All right, it is October 13th. It's a Friday, and it's at the end of the day. It's almost 1 o'clock. This is actually the third time I'm recording this. I'm not feeling well today, so I'm struggling here trying to get this summary done. Really, I want to focus on kind of the bigger picture of my YouTube journey so far. But just I'll quickly mention, as you can see here, today was a flat day, no trades. I had a short trading session today. If you check out my live recording of my trading session, I only started at about 11, a little after 11 a.m. and I finished at 12:30, so it was less than an hour and a half at the chart today. Didn't see any setups at all during that time. It was a pretty flat day. So if you look here, I started somewhere around here and I finished about here. So, interesting. You can see I marked a measured move down, and I was kind of thinking maybe we'll get the measured move. It did have another bounce up, but it did get there. I was kind of thinking it might retest the lows of the day again. It didn't quite do that, but anyway, so yeah, a short trading session where it was just flat for the day, really. But the main thing of this video that I want to focus on is really the journey, why I'm doing this, and talk about a little bit the bigger picture now that I've reached the end of my 4th week here on YouTube. And by the way, it was a 4-1 green week. Actually, all of my weeks on YouTube so far have been green weeks. 4 green weeks in a row with this strategy, and as well as a 5th week that I was green before I started documenting it on YouTube. I had a 7-0 week before I started this YouTube series. So for anyone that's new, that's finding this for the first time, I'm simply using this channel to document a new strategy that I've implemented for myself based on an indicator that I haven't seen anyone else use for futures trading. And so I've taken this indicator that I've kind of gone back and forth with over a few years in looking at, and I've kind of taken some of the rules and things I've learned from Max Price Action Trading System when I used to trade PATs, as well as some things I learned from a group called LSR that Souls runs, and he runs a hybrid version of Max version of PATs, and with some different rules. And I really learned from Souls how to kind of look at things and create rules and setups and reasons for how to back test, how to forward test, and how to apply conditions and narrow down when to take a trade or when not to take a trade based on a certain set of conditions. And so I really learned a lot from how he has gone about testing various strategies and testing his hybrid system and sharing that with me within the group. And so I've kind of taken lessons from how he approaches things, and I've applied it to this indicator, and I found certain patterns and things that when a certain set of conditions and rules are in place, it tends to be extremely consistent and profitable. And so this channel is just all about documenting my journey with this new strategy and indicator. And you might ask why I'm not showing the indicator, why am I keeping it a secret, why am I not just showing everything? And the reason really just comes down to it's so new. I'm 5 weeks into using this on my Apex accounts that there's just really no reason to show what the indicator is or talk about it or give anything exact about it, because I'm still learning for myself whether this thing actually works or not. And it's worked for a short period of time, 4 or 5 weeks. But, is it going to work over months? Is it going to work over years? That's what I'm on the journey to find out. I want to document here on YouTube, from the beginning to wherever this leads to, if it leads to anything at all. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I had a great month, 4 green weeks in a row, or 5 green weeks in a row if you count before I started YouTube. And maybe next month I'm going to have 4 red weeks in a row and just completely crash and have a terrible time and get fed up and want to change strategies again. I think that's the hard thing is, I've been trading ES for about 3 years now, and I've been trading PAT system, max PAT system that whole 3 years, and including trying to include some concepts that I learned from Sol's LSR for his hybrid system and seeing if that worked for me. And I've never been able to get profitable using price action trading system. I just haven't. I've been, somewhere in this mid 70% over the course of the 3 years. Sometimes I can be as high as 85% and be a little profitable for a little while. And then all of a sudden I have a week where I'm 70% or less maybe. And so over 3 years, I kept bouncing back and forth and not getting there, and not being able to make it work, So I finally found something in the past 5 weeks that seems to actually be working for me, generating profits, being highly consistent, in the mid to high 80% at this point. Like I said, weeks where I'm, 90% or better. So, 1 week where I was 100% before I started YouTube. So that's why I'm not showing my actual indicator on the screen while I'm trading. I'm just showing a blank screen of the price action, and I'm using my indicator on another chart where I see where my setups are, and then I just show my trades, how I enter them, where I exit, all live recorded. And so that's the point, and we'll see where it all goes. The next thing I just wanted to get into and show, it was a good week for me. I was 4-1 for the week, a green week. 5 trades for me in my 3 years of trading is actually really good. When I was trading PATs, I was only getting about 3 trades a day, or 3 trades a week, like maximum on average. And if I took more than 3 trades, it usually meant I had like a flat week to like maybe a little bit red or just a little bit green. And so not really getting a lot of trades or being profitable. I'm getting way more trades trading this way than I ever got with PATs. So I'm also not a very aggressive trader. So that's why the system works for me. I like to just sit back and let it come to me. And, that is one other thing I'll say about the max PATs. For instance, today I came in and started around here, but if I had been trading PATs system today, even though I started late, I would have felt the urge and need to draw all the channels and all the ranges and all the STTs and draw the whole chart so that I have an understanding of the context of the day before I started trading over here. And so, before I can even start to look for a setup, it's a lot of work. And when you're trading all day, it's a lot of work to keep all those lines going and draw everything. And it's all very subjective. And are you drawing it right? And you think you see a setup, and then is it a setup? Because maybe if you drew it a little bit off, you already had to break a new low, and now you're going short, and you shouldn't be going short based on the context, based on max rules. So trading this system, the other thing I like about it is I'm able to just come in and start my day, come in, start here, and I don't have to look at any of the other stuff really that happened. The one thing I did do, just for context, was because I started here, I did come and I drew this big leg down, and then drew another leg just to kind of give me an idea of like, okay, well, if it continues down, maybe this is where it's going to try to get to. That's kind of the only thing I did when I started, but otherwise I was able to just start at 11:10 ish and just follow my indicator and look for setups. And there was one setup. I was on the phone when it happened, and I actually tried to take it, but this is I have 2 setups. I have an LO setup, and I have what I call a PB setup, given these names, right? Initials. And so this is a now new 3rd kind of setup. I haven't even given it a name yet, or initials yet, or whatever. And I haven't been trading it yet, but I just keep seeing them win. Every time they happen, it just seems like they always work. I haven't seen it lose yet. So I actually was I tried to take it. I dropped my order, and you'll see that on my live trading session recording. I dropped my order slightly too late. I saw it. It was already happening. and when I was on the phone. So I put my phone call on hold and tried to take it, but I missed it. So we'll see what happens with this. I do believe at this point, I feel like I can call it a gold trade. And so I am going to start trading them, I think, on my Apex accounts. So we'll see how that goes. All right, we're already 10 minutes in. The last thing I wanted to do today is just talk about my overall journey real quick. Like I said, 4 weeks on YouTube now, 4 green weeks in a row. Some more green than others, but all green and profitable. And a 5th week before YouTube, like I mentioned, that was green. And I just wanted to show quickly my spreadsheet here. This spreadsheet was originally created by V Wilson on YouTube. Shout out to him for creating this. And then my brother and I took it and made some changes to it, some modifications, just how we like it. So we put some information up here that he didn't have. I have this broken down by the month on this top line, and then by the full year. So the overall of the entire life of the account here. And it's got, you know, how much profit per month and how much profit per year. And it has the percentages and the commissions. And, you know, if I take money out of an account, I can take some money out here and it'll show me how much is left over and the ending balance. So there's a lot of great things. I really love having this spreadsheet. Shout out to my brother for helping me get this done. And so I have one of these for each one of my accounts, each evaluation, each PA. I keep track of every single individual trade in each individual account. And I just wanted to show quickly, this was my evaluation number 13, which I don't have anymore because it became a PA account this week. So I just wanted to quickly show and by the way, this was the only evaluation that I started at the same time I started the YouTube. All my other evaluations either started before or after I started YouTube. And my PA accounts that I've been trading were mostly started, well, 2 of them were started before I started on YouTube with when I was trading PATs. So this is really the one evaluation that reflects my YouTube journey up to this week, not including the end of the week because I passed the target and it turned into a PA funded account. Anyway, so for the first week, I was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins, no losses, and had a profitable green week of 500. My second week, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wins and 2 losses, 80% that week. Had a small green week. And so for the first month, September, you can see I was 13 wins and 2 losses, 86.5%. And I made $630 for those 2 weeks. And then in October, I had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins and 1 loss week for my third week. Made $465 on that evaluation. And then my fourth week, this week, I had 2 trades. There was an error on this trade, so I didn't play a runner. There was a weird error, if you didn't see it, where it opened a new trade on my copier, and luckily I was able to flatten it. So when I got taken out of this trade, it opened a new trade in the opposite direction. I was able to flatten it and luckily got 2 extra ticks out of it, which helped me pass the evaluation on that trade. So for this month of October on this evaluation account, had 9 trades. I was 8 wins, 1 loss, about 89%. And you could see I reached the profit target, $1,500. So that turned into my PA number 5. I'm losing my voice here. So anyway, I just wanted to show that because this is a good representation of how my strategy has been doing here on YouTube. So as you can see, for the life of the evaluation, I had 24 trades in the 4 weeks, 21 wins and 3 losses for 87.5%. So it's working. You know, that's 4 weeks of trading here on YouTube. I've shown it all. I've shown every single trade that's reflected in this spreadsheet. and as well as some others after this spreadsheet because the evaluation was passed. So you can see that, let's see, right here is the evaluation or the PA that was created off of that evaluation, and I haven't traded it yet. So we're about $550 away from a payout on this PA. We're about a little less than $1,000 away from payout on this PA. Things are going well. I'm liking how the strategy is working for me. I think I finally found something that I can use to be profitable and finally start making advances. It's been a long haul, 3 years working at ES, trying to figure out a way to make it work for me. So I'm excited about this journey. I'm excited that I'm documenting it. And like I said, it's like, who knows where this thing is going? This thing is in its infancy. I'm still working on creating new setups. Like I talked about here, I've got 2 that have been, tried, tested, and true. Where I've got, 4 losses total, I believe, in 4 weeks. And I've got, I must have close to 30 trades on YouTube, and then plus another 7 before I started YouTube. So I'm definitely over, I'm getting probably close to 40 trades in total with the strategy, and I've only got 4 losses. So I'm pretty much right at 90% overall, combining before YouTube and now and with YouTube. So it's headed in the right direction. And I'm going to wrap up. I'm just really not feeling good in this. This is the 3rd time I tried to do this. I think I talked about everything I wanted to talk about, and hopefully I'll get better over the weekend and we'll get back at it next week. Thanks to everyone that's watching. 71% discount code is still in effect for Apex. If anyone wants to use my code, I would tell you don't buy 71%. Yeah, I would say wait for the 80 or 90% to come back if anyone is thinking about buying any. But my voice is going, so that's going to be the end of the video today, and we'll do it again next week. Thanks.